And
Yeah.
since yesterday, I was so excited to have conversation with you, and I couldn't resist myself to drop message to you.
So
I
nice.
immediately, I immediately dropped the message to you, and I wanted to have conversation with you actually.
Thank you so much. Actually, I never want to make false promises. So I did not
Yeah.
give you time then and there. I felt if I would be free, then I'll drop you a message. And probably if you are also free, we can have conversation at that
Yes,
time.
yes, sir. That's why I have mentioned, that I am free in weekdays only because Saturday and Sunday both are, you can say, off for my husband, and we prefer to go so different places and all. And I am busy during weekends. That's why.
You explore Jaipur.
No, actually, we have explored that Jaipur earlier, but
All pending work of whole week,
yes.
you finish it on the days of weekend. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Correctly.
Yes. Okay.
Exactly.
So before we talk more and more, because we know that we are going to talk endless, so can you
Yes.
please introduce yourself? I would love
Yeah.
to know about you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My name is Mamta Pandey, and at present I am homemaker. My educational qualification is I am MSc B.Ed, and apart from this, I have qualified CTET as well, and did job teaching job for 2 or 3 years only. You can say very short period of time, and after that I left the job because at that time I was in nuclear family setup and no one was there to look after my child, and I wanted to devote full time to my kids. That's why I left the job and preferred to stay at home only at that time. Now my kids are grown up, they all are busy in their life, and I have plenty of time for me to do something, you can say, constructive. And
Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool. So
Uh,
what are your children doing?
At present, my children, yeah, I have two daughters. My elder daughter is in job. She is a data science consultant in Gurgaon. And second one is pursuing her BTech from Manipal Institute of Technology, Karnataka. Yeah.
Okay. So both
And
are, you can say, now they are in their own zone and you are free. Your
yeah,
husband is retired or is still working? Is still working, I feel.
yeah, he is still working. That's why we are here. Otherwise, we would be in Lucknow only.
Okay, so that's the beauty of this platform that two people of Lucknow are talking together today. One sitting in
Yes,
Jaipur and one from Lucknow. Oh, lovely.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yes,
Lovely.
yes.
It's really, I really feel honored and privileged when people
And
they try to connect to me.
yeah, yeah, my elder one is IITian. She have her bachelor degree from IIT Kanpur. After that, she moved to Netherlands for her master's degree, and she did masters in data science. After that, she came back to India. At that time, when Corona was on peak, and she returned back to India and joined that one multinational company in Gurgaon, and since then she's working there only. Yeah.
Nice, nice
Yeah.
to know. Okay, what all things now you are doing after leaving your job? Because you just
Yeah.
worked for 3 years. Do you have any regret about it that you left your job?
No.
Uh, yeah.
Earlier I had this type of feeling, but when my children grown up and they did well in their field, then
Yes.
at that time I felt proud of myself that if I have devoted time to my children and I have got the result of that, so I am very glad, and I feel proud of myself.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you could give proper time to your children and you
Yes.
did all the responsibilities on
Even
due time.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that
Even I used to teach my kids by myself, and after 10th, they took tuition and all from outside. Otherwise, I taught them
this is
at
this
home.
is
Yeah.
the advantage of a learned mother. Yes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, ma'am.
Yes.
So
With
tell me about something. You tell
uh,
me.
I am Manju Mishra. I'm connecting to you from your own city, Lucknow.
That's great.
Yes,
So
yes. I
hear
know.
that. Yeah.
To see your message. I never knew that you are from Lucknow. You never mentioned also.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
Early
that's
at that time, I thought that I will give you surprise.
that's lovely. That's lovely. The happy I got
Uh,
after connecting, that makes
yeah, yeah. Whenever we have conversation with you, then only I will disclose that I am also from Lucknow only.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice that I'm connecting to a person who is from my own city. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. And then I told about me. And as you mentioned, I have
yeah,
completed my master's and bachelor of education. And since
yeah,
1990, I had been teaching. And today
yeah.
also, you can say by profession, I'm a teacher only because now
Okay.
I'm taking online classes. And yes, of
That's
course,
mm,
yeah, just to make myself busy, you can say I have started my
yeah, yeah.
YouTube channel.
That's great, ma'am. That's great. After retirement, you are trying to keep yourself busy. That is the great thing, na? Because when children are grown up and they moved to other cities, na, all of a sudden you feel vacuum. Means
Yeah,
you don't have to do anything. If you are at home only. Basically, a lot of mothers who are at home only, who are homemaker, they feel that type of things, na? And
yes,
at that time, they are not able to think what should they do to, you can say, overcome with that problem. But thankfully, I have mentally prepared myself before my kids left from home, and I try to keep myself involved in so many things. And I am pursuing this conversational English as a hobby, you can say. It is one of my hobbies. And apart from this, I am also involved in some type of philanthropy work, you can say social work. Sometime I used to visit some schools which are especially from underprivileged kids, and I go there, try to distribute something to them. In that way, I try to help them. Sometime I used to visit during rainy seasons and make them aware about the benefit of plantation. Why should we plant trees and all? And in fact, one time I donated so many plants there in school, and I myself involved in that process of plantation along with children. And at that time, I felt, you can say, na, immense pleasure that, yeah, I am doing something constructive.
very constructive, not only constructive, it's very constructive, and selflessly you are doing it. You have
Yeah, yeah.
nothing,
Mhm.
you are not getting anything in return except happiness. Except
Yes, yes,
happiness, because you are doing it
yes,
for
yes,
your happiness, and you are getting it. But you
yes,
are,
yes.
in a way, you are devoting so many things to society. So that's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
wonderful job you are doing. And I
yeah, yeah.
too had been, my school was very close to Nabat society, as you mentioned this. So the boundary wall, you can say, one side Nabat colony and the other side my school. You know,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had been very close to this society whenever,
Mm.
and I have mentioned in many of my videos that I had been a teacher of convent school.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
convent schools, they always deal with, as you said, no, poor children.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah.
These
Right.
classes, they conduct evening classes very specially for such
Yes,
children.
yes. Yeah, yeah. Poor children. Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
and
Right.
from Nabad colony, many people used to come and donate so many things for those children. And when we used to share those things to those kids, you
Yes.
cannot believe the happiness on their face. So
Yes,
happy
yes.
they are. So happy they
Exactly.
are at that time. So
Yeah.
people are doing actually great, great work.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very, very great, very great. Okay, so this is how you are spending your time these days.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Well, because I want to devote or spend my time in some constructive way. That's
That's
why.
that's
Yes,
very
ma'am.
nice.
And
Has it?
before
Yeah,
and
please.
let me share one thing, ma'am. Before watching your video, I have watched so many videos over YouTube. Lot of YouTubers are there who are uploading their videos. But when yesterday I watched your video, na, I don't know how, but I felt connected at that time, and I immediately messaged you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it
Uh-huh.
happens. It happens.
Because at some point I find myself that I am not so fluent. Sometimes I get stuck in between conversation, and to improve that thing only, I prefer to watch. that conversational videos in my free time so that I can grasp different vocabularies from these conversations and would try to improve my conversational, you can say, skill as well. Yeah.
Yes, you are speaking quite well. Yes, you
Yeah.
must be thinking if you could have taught, no, in your past also, so you could have become
Yes,
even better speaker
definitely,
because you get
definitely.
that job, and that can be
Yes,
one of
yes.
the reasons that you are
Huh.
finding yourself at some places
And
maybe.
yes, and since then I was not in regular practitioner because in every home no one wants to talk in English with family members, and this is the biggest problem for me. No one is there with me to whom I can do conversation with English. And suppose you are at home, suppose you are staying in a room, only walls are there na with you.
Yeah.
So how long do you feel talk alone?
Yeah. Although we ask our learners that you can speak alone in the room when nobody is listening, you will not feel hesitant. And whatever comes to your mind, you make mistakes, you speak. But there is
But
a boundary. You can't
you see,
speak for a long period of
my,
time.
my experience is that you can't talk more than 10 minutes. You get bored.
Yes. And
And
yes,
one type of feeling is there whether I am speaking right or not. If I am speaking wrong, who will correct this?
that's the point. That's the point. That's whether I'm right or wrong. There's nobody
Yeah,
to correct. So at that time, maybe a person feels that I should leave it. Let it be. Sometimes
yes,
maybe I'll see to it again. And that goes for a few days only. Self
yeah.
motivation is not an easy thing. All the time, you
Yeah.
cannot remain self
You
motivated.
get bored. You get bored after a period of time. You get bored,
Yes. And
and
you try to seek
and
something else.
yes, and if you are having conversation with different people, na, then different level of excitement is there, and you keep yourself motivated. No, I have to talk with this person. I have to talk with that person, and then only I am going to improve my conversational English. So, lot of things are there.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
And what else do you do in your free time?
Yes, I love cooking as well, and in my free times, I try to different dishes. Even sometime when my kids visited home and they demand to make some different dishes, then at that time I get involved in preparing different dishes. Yeah,
You love cooking also, yes?
yeah. Yes, yes.
You are a social worker and then you love cooking. Or this cooking, if you love this, then you
Yeah.
can make yourself busy whole day, whole
Whole day.
night.
Because you can say this is the benefit of YouTube. If suppose you don't know about any recipe, just you can go through any YouTube channel and you will get recipe of that menu there and would be able to cook.
That you can cook it. Not only one style, maybe one thing you ask and you get thousands
Yes,
or
yes,
thousands of things.
always. Yes, yes. And what I do sometime I prefer to take tips from different videos and prepare my own dish by taking different tips from so many videos. I try to
Because
uh,
like, one
include
thing,
all
you
these
know,
tips. Yeah.
yes, one thing we cook in our own way, so we get bored
Yes,
of eating the same
yes,
flavor, same taste. So
yes,
somebody
yes.
else is cooking the same thing and
Uh,
adding something more, something less, the taste goes different. So
yes,
we like that
and
also.
and you can do this type of experiment only there if you have good command over your cooking. Then only you can do this type of experiment.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. So
Yes.
right now, I think you are alone at home.
Yeah. I am alone at home. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How
Yeah.
many conversations have you attended so far?
This is my first conversation with you, ma'am. As I already mentioned, you know, कि I prefer to watch so many videos of conversational English, but I have never tried before to do conversation with anyone. And yesterday, when I was watching your video, na, I felt something. No, I should also try to have conversation with ma'am only. And immediately I messaged you.
Oh, and I think immediately I replied you also.
Yes. That is the great thing, na, ma'am. You immediately replied, and I felt content at that time when you replied. Na?
Time is very important, very valuable. Yes,
Yeah.
we must value time for me or for you, everybody.
Yes.
So I was
Yes.
just taking class, and your pop-up came. So I thought that soon after finishing my class, I'm
Hmm.
going to reply to your mail first.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. And in future, whenever I get that opportunity to talk with you, I feel grateful.
Oh, sure, why not? Anytime, anytime. Just let me know a week before. That is only the thing. Yes,
Yes, yes.
because everybody who sends me mail wants the time very same day. And I
Yes.
don't want to make myself at wrong position that I give
Yes.
time and I do not appear. That I don't feel like doing.
And one benefit is that if I informed you well in advance, then I we would be able to discuss on any particular topic.
Yes, yes, of course.
Apart from doing that normal conversation, we would be able to discuss about some topics related with social awareness and what is the you can say status of women in our society, and a lot of things are there. We can choose that topic, and we can discuss over this, and when you will upload that video, then obviously I think many women would get benefited from that only.
Yes, yes, and that video would be very informative for anybody.
Yes, yes.
Everyone wants to get
Uh-huh.
some or the other information. Everywhere they are
Yeah.
not watching our videos just to know about you or to know about me. They want to know
Yes,
something different.
something.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
as you told about your social work, so many can get an idea that
Yes,
simply talking, simply earning money is not our goal. At
yeah,
times we think
exactly.
of
Yeah.
doing some social work, doing something what we feel like doing it, which gives us happiness, because
Mm.
happiness is not all about money. It's about
Yeah.
your inner happiness. So
Uh-huh.
however you get inner happiness, what makes you really happy from your inner heart, that work you should always do.
Yes, ma'am. And I felt at point now when I started that type of social work, and I realized that a lot of money we waste. And if we are utilizing that money in some great way, like helping other people, then it is great thing.
Very, very nice it is actually. Just
So,
some amount if we can save out of our expenses, and then we can do something for others, those who are really not that privileged.
and it is not necessary every time you distribute some expensive things and all, whatever. Suppose if you are visiting any school and you are delivering lecture on any topic there, and after finishing your lecture, you can distribute 5 rupees packet of biscuit, you can distribute one pen or pencil to among the children, and they will get happy by finding that small things.
Yes, for them it's a great thing. For us, we can say it's just 2 rupees pencil. But when
Yeah,
they get a new thing, because
yeah,
it is
yeah,
difficult for them to get something new, you know.
yeah.
So when they receive anything, even one eraser you give them, they
Mm.
feel so happy. They feel so grateful, you know. Yes.
And do you know, ma'am? And whenever I visited that school, na many time teachers told me that these children na wait
They
for
wait
you.
for you.
When ma'am will come.
They wait for you. The same thing
Yes,
used to happen in my school. When
yes,
teachers used to leave the campus, that time,
yes,
those poor children, they used to make their line to enter in the campus for their class. So I used
yeah.
to get toffees in the class. You know this, that students bring toffees and chocolates for teachers when they have their birthdays. So I used to collect all those toffees in my purse because I was never into habit of eating toffees and chocolates.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I used to see that there are good number of toffees in my purse. I used to distribute that to those.
Distribute among, yeah.
They used to wait for me. Where is Manju ma'am? Where is she? When she will come?
She will come and distribute coffees to us.
Just for a little toffee. Just for a little
Yes,
toffee.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
So
ma'am.
that's a great feeling that only can be felt. Yes,
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Any question if you have for me, you can ask. Otherwise, we can wrap up and we can certainly connect again.
Yes, yes. Huh. Ma'am, just one question I want to ask to you. How do you manage your all these things?
Yes. As you mentioned that your two children are not with you. They are
Yeah.
away from you. Only you and your husband are enjoying your
Uh-huh.
days. So the same with me. My children are also not with me. They are self-employed. They are all doing their job. So here, me and my husband, we two are here. And my husband is a doctor, so he goes for clinic. So at the
Yeah.
time he goes for the clinic, I just grab that time and I have conversation with different people and some
That's
paid
great.
sessions. So that's how I do it. And my husband is very cooperative. Undoubtedly, he is a very helpful person. He never stops me doing anything what I feel like doing. So
That is the great thing, na ma'am. Without support of any male, women will not be able to do anything without the
you are
support of husband and without the support of in-laws and all.
yes, yes, yes. So in this regard, I was very lucky that my in-laws, my brother-in-laws, my husband, my sister-in-laws, they all were very helpful.
So you are blessed, ma'am. You are blessed.
I am. I am. Undoubtedly, I am. Yes. Whenever
That,
I hear from others that they have some kind of issues or maybe some fight, some quarrel between mother-in-law and sister-in-law and this and that, so I feel very uncomfortable. So at times in my school during lunchtime when ladies used to, teachers used to talk these things, so I always need to tell them, you need to learn how to digest certain things. So they would say immediately, ma'am, you have got a very nice family. That's the reason you are able
yes.
to say this.
No, I think at every relationship, na, adjustment is needed.
Very much needed. Very much
Yeah.
needed.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
You
Uh,
need to have a kind of patience, a kind of
yes,
tolerance. You have to understand the
that,
opposite person, whosoever is there. Yes.
yeah,
You
yeah,
come to
definitely.
me, I need to understand your emotions. Yes. And then only we can connect why you felt certain kind of connection with me. So
Yes,
certainly you need to have that connection with everybody if you want to connect to.
yeah, 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 sure.
Yeah, that's very important. Lovely connecting with you, madam. I loved it.
It's my pleasure, ma'am, having conversation with you, and I had a great, you can say, pleasure having conversation with you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, and
Same here.
have a wonderful day ahead, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and I'm happy that you allowed me to upload this video on my channel. So people
Oh,
are going to get benefited out of it because we have discussed
yes,
quite many good things. Yes,
yeah, yeah.
and
Okay, ma'am.
next time we'll certainly connect with different topic. Yes.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay.
definitely. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.